We saw Morgan Hoffmann back in competition.
How cool was that?
It was. And if you guys missed it, we had Morgan on the show here about a year ago talking about some of the treatments that he's had.
Do you want to know how amazing time flies? That was 2 years.
That was 2 years ago?
It's insane. I know, right? That was 2020. It was like 100 episodes ago. And yeah, I remember that was a great conversation and him talking about his travels to, where was he, to Peru or somewhere where he was, I forgot exactly.
I think it was like Nepal.
There
he
you
had
go.
been everywhere. I mean, I had heard him.
And now he's living in Costa Rica.
But is he healthy? Is he cured? His muscles grew back?
There's no cure.
But he beat it. Or he
has muscular dystrophy.
To a certain extent.
There's no cure. What you can, I think, do is you can slow it.
Yep.
Right. But ultimately, when he talked about on the podcast with us, he talked about when he first discovered it, he had like no muscle mass in his chest. So what he's on is a major medical exemption. Okay. Mm-hmm. So he can kind of cash those in. Ultimately there's only just so many before they run out. He has 3 more tournaments left to try to secure longer term privileges on tour. So basically, to stay on tour and keep your tour card, you have to accomplish certain things. You have to play certain ways, money, be in the money. You've got to win, whatever it may be. However, they'll give you kind of like a pause. They'll put everything on pause for a medical exemption. That's what he had. In this case, whatever he's doing is having him feeling well enough that he felt like he could get back into competition. And he kind of was. He was only 2 strokes away from making the cut, making it into the weekend.
Right.
Which tells you he was playing. But yeah, some absolutely incredible things that he's done with these alternate forms of, really using his body to just fully embracing the science and almost making himself a test subject, which ultimately benefits a lot of people because other people who don't have the resources and the means he has who suffer from the same disease can kind of benefit from him being the test bed, the trial,
exactly. Right?
And I believe what he is currently doing is, I think he kind of stepped away from Eastern or Western medicine, and went mainly more on the homeopathic side. I know when he was in Nepal, I think he was doing, I know some people might think that this is crazy to hear, but he was doing multiple urine mouthwashes a day, which is where you, as it sounds, gargle your own urine, and to see physical effects. And I guess just moving away and getting rid of the stress and doing these homeopathic remedies have been really helping him.
I think the vibe I'm getting is it's a kind of a leave no stone unturned.
Yeah.
He's whatever it is, I'll try it.
Yeah.
I mean, did you hear the one thing? He only ate grapes. He ate 800 grapes a day.
Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
Can you imagine?
That's a sugar rush.
But now he's living in Costa Rica, and he doesn't live anywhere near a golf course. He wants to open a retreat for other people with not physical disabilities, but with illnesses like his, where he can kind of explain to them kind of how to help heal yourself with your brain instead of using medicine and all these things.
Alternate healing.
So why do you come back to golf then? Is it something that he said, I want to just see if I'm able to do it again?
No, he loves the game, and I think he ultimately he wants to return to the tour.
So regardless, not living near a golf course, he purposely did that for his health.
Well, what he had said on our podcast too, is he talked about the decision to go to Costa Rica was because there's more stuff there. They're a little more open-minded and certain things are more legal.
Yeah.
Right. I think he was even, I said, leaving no stone unturned. You talked about even some of the different types of drugs and experimenting with, that some of the stuff that it's just not as easy to experiment with here in the States. So he was doing some of that down there. But I think ultimately, like I said, it benefits a lot of people because there's going to be other people who have this disease that, again, don't have the resources he has, that they can see if it's working for him. And he's raised a lot of money for it too.
And I'll tell you what, if there's any guy on the PGA Tour who doesn't look like Zach, with the look he had, with the man bun and the jogger pants, with the Grayson, I just feel like I'm watching you play golf. If Morgan Hoffman had the goatee, the beard and the mustache, it was funny.
Yeah, it was. But ultimately, this is his first time teeing off since the Shriners in 2019.
That's right. Yeah, it's been a while.
And as I said, he's got pretty much 3 more tournaments left. That he's got to make something happen, get enough points, secure enough points. Maybe it would be very obviously difficult for as few and far between as he's playing. But if he was able to get a win, that's a huge exemption that you get for quite some time on tour. And that would allow him to continue to take these breaks, heal the body, feel strong enough to go back and play. But Morgan's also a local guy.
Yeah. Arcola Country Club, grew up in Franklin Lakes.
Yeah. So we're rooting for him.
We are, big time.
Love to see it. And guys, make sure you check out the full podcast we did with him, believe it or not, 2 years ago, where he really dove into some of the treatments that he had been doing and he continues to do. And it's a really exciting and fun to follow his progress. And we wish him well. We hope to see him back playing regularly as soon as he possibly can.